Okay, boys and girls, we are covering the TechLite Lumen Master from CostCo, about 20 bucks, give or take $5 from CostCo, and a 3-pack, 150 lumens is what this little guy's rated at. Now, from the factory, it comes with this little tactical switch, which you hit it once, it's about 90 lumens, you hit it again, it's the full 150. You hit it again, you got your flashy thing, and you hit it again, it's off. Or you can just hold it, and you get a momentary on, and you let off, and it turns off. You know, if you're into that, that's cool, but not everybody likes that. Some of us just want a simple on-off thing, like these little basic doohickeys here. These cheapo you get from whatever, but they're basic, they're simple, they go on, they go off, they're reliable. The other thing is, a lot of these are notorious for having a battery drain issue with this little electronic cap. You put a set of batteries in here, you put it up there for a rainy day, lights go out or something, you go to use it, you get nothing. That sucks. So here's how you fix that. You take one of these little boogers that you get from, not Home Depot. Well, I guess Home Depot might have them. Harbor Freight. This is where I got this, is Harbor Freight. They come in like 2 packs for $3. They're nothing. Get you one of those. If you got one already laying around, great. And you take a multi-screwdriver and a good pair of scissors. Metal, of course. Now, to get it from this extra complicated thing to a simple on-off at full power, here's how you do it. Take you a pair of scissors, a screwdriver with multiple tips, like so, and your 2 little leads, your donor flashlight. Take off your cap, set aside the body. Same thing here, take off the cap, and set aside the main body. Now, I have already trimmed and loosened a lot of these things to kind of save time here. So what you want to do, first off, take your CostCo light, your TechLite, and your pair of scissors. Now, if you've ever had a shotgun, and you know the forearm nut on there, it's got these weird little, it's got a slit there and a slit there, and you have to take something to either lay across there to turn it. Well, in this case, you can't really lay anything across there because it's recessed in there. So you take a pair of metal scissors, or whatever, a pair of needle nose pliers would probably work, and you start turning it, and it just unscrews. And you get it so loose, and then you can do it with your fingers, like that. Set that aside. Do not throw anything away at this point. Now, see that little booger inside there? That is the source of our problem. That is the circuit board. Don't need that. You take your finger, poke it into there, and all that stuff comes shooting out of there. Pretty groovy, huh? You want this little spacer in your button, and you want this. This thing, the circuit board, don't need it. Put it aside, don't throw it away. You might want it for something else later, I don't know what, but it's, yeah. Okay. Next thing you want to do is disassemble this little guy. Now, again, I've done some of this in advance to kind of save time, but what you want to do is poke around the sides with a screwdriver, around the edge here, back, forth, until you wiggle this cap out of here like this. Like that, until you pop it off, okay? Once you do that, you'll have this you'll have this stack of goodies here. Now, you'll want the rubber boot, which I've already trimmed, which is why it looks like this. And you'll have your switch. This is your clicky that you need. What you want to do is remove the clicky from its little holder inside there. So you carefully pop up on the sides there, like so. There's your clicky. And then you also have this spring. You'll want this spring as well. Put that there and that there. This thing can go with the cap. You ain't gonna need it. Now, the rubber boot, you'll want to trim this little lip off of the edge around there. So basically you just have this flat rubber disc with a little bit of a raised nub in the middle. You'll want that. Now I'll show you why. You go back to your original cap. First you separate your original rubber button, poke that in first, like so. Then you take your other trimmed rubber thing and stick that in there, like so. Ta-da! Now you take your clicky. You want to spread the little fingers out a little bit, those little tabs, so they'll touch the sides of this. If it doesn't make contact, you ain't going to complete the circuit, you're not going to get light. So you spread that out just a little bit with your fingers, like so. And then you take your handy dandy little spacer thing here, and you put it with the raised portion towards the end cap, the button, like this. And there, flat side on top, clicky on top. Sits right in there. Look at that. It fits almost like it was made for that. In fact, they're probably all made in the same Chinese factory. Who knows? So, poke that down in there. And if you got the little ear spread out there, it'll kind of retain, but maybe not. That's going to end up on the cutting room floor. So, poke that down in there like so. Then your clicky. Make sure you're making contact with the sides. If that's all good, next part. You take this little thing with the little raised edges right there, and this little booger, your spring that you removed from your cheapo flashlight, and you stick this up through like that. And what this is going to do is this is going to contact this little bar going across the back of your clicky. Okay, and you want to put those little pegs on either side of the clicky. It's kind of a retaining bracket, I guess you could call it. Now, you take your little clear retaining cap that you just unscrewed from this thing with the scissors, and you got a little wire bit of the coil spring there sticking out the bottom. Now this needs to contact this spring, so you will complete the circuit. It goes from here to the spring to the clicky to the side of the frame. So you just put that on there like so, squish it all down, kind of thread it on there careful. Be careful not to cross thread this, because this is plastic, it easily cross threads. And this could be a little tricky. Now, because it's taking up a different amount of space, it's not going to thread in there as deep as it did before. It's probably going to stick up just a little bit like that. That's okay. You're still going to have plenty of room for your battery pack to clear, because this is on a spring as well, so it has plenty of room to move. Now you just reassemble. Screw it back in there. And if you've done everything correctly, if you don't over tighten this, you might turn it back a little bit. Ta-da! You got a working clicky. And you also have a reverse clicky, which you call is when it's on, you can just push a little bit. You got a little momentary. You can make your own little strobe thing if you want. It's for signaling, whatever. So there you have it. A TechLite Lumen Master, 150 lumens, 3-pack of these things for less than 25 bucks. I got this for about 19 bucks for a 3-pack. And once you put this little switch on there, no more battery drain issue, and you got instant on at full power. And with a little, momentary if you want. So there you go, guys. Enjoy.